Okay, welcome to Offer Temple. It's so good to see you guys. Some of us haven't been in spaces together for a little while, so it's actually quite nice. And everyone who's registered for this, we'll see who else comes in if they come in late. But there's quite a few names where people have been in spaces together in like different offerings, through like different people I know or through my own as well. So it's actually quite nice who's felt drawn to come into this space. So let me tell you how Offer Temple is going to work before we dive in, just so you kind of know what to expect, and then we'll drop in and we'll ground, we'll connect. I've got a few notes because I am going to like keep darting my eyes over. I just want to let you know. So Vicky, I actually really love that like one of your reasons for wanting to come is just to connect and just like be in the space, but then also like see if there's like some goodies in here for you too. So Offer Temple, we're going to have 3 parts to this call. There's going to be a higher self activation and a sovereign responsibility activation. These are going to be like 2 things intertwined. It's going to be a meditative experience, but we're going to call in the energy and really anchor into this, anchor into our own power within this space. And then I'm going to share with you some offerings that are coming through me at the moment, so you can see what they're all about and see if there's anything there that you like the sound of, or, you know, get the inside goss, because a lot of this stuff I haven't shared with other people yet, and you'll be the first people to hear about it, the first women. And then at the end, we're going to have time for Q&A as well. So feel free to drop questions into the chat. I'll probably just come to them at the end so that we can kind of go into them all at once and have a bit of a discussion. But I definitely want this to be a back and forth. So feel free to heavily use the chat and talk with each other and like do whatever you want to do, because there's friends and soul sisters in here. So like use the space to connect. Karen also feeling the call to drop in. Yeah. Oh, I love it. This is all very impromptu as well. So let's just feeling what we want to do first. Let's drop in straight away. Let's drop in. Oh, Emma's having issues with her speaker. Okay, so she's going to drop into the replay. I'm just going to reply to her. Okay. No worries. So if everyone just wants to get really comfy where you are, we're going to spend, actually, I'm not going to put a time on it because whatever I say, it will be wrong because spirit will just like do something else. So just let me know, was the music and my voice level okay before? Or yeah, it was all good. Okay, great. So let's just bring the music back up here. Everyone just shutting down their eyes. We're just going to come into our breath for a moment just before I click play on this music. So I just want you to feel your breath as it is right now in this moment without changing it. Just notice how it's rising and falling. It might be quick, slow, deep, shallow. Might be a little bit of everything. It could be all over the place. No judgment, just seeing where we're at in this moment. And together we'll take 3 breaths. So inhaling In through the nose. And exhaling out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. And one last deep breath in. And letting it all go. Welcoming yourself into this temple space. Yes, we're here, we're in our homes, we're in hotel rooms, we're in cafes, we're in all kinds of places, but we're also meeting on an astral level, connected across space and time. And just placing a hand on your heart. Connecting in with this heart space. With this connection to each of our own hearts and to each other's, we're going to open this space by calling in Source, our higher selves, our souls, the aspects of us that know the full path ahead. Calling in higher energies here to support us, our guides, angels, ancestors, starseed families, earthly elements. We ask that we be held throughout this call, throughout this time of connection. And just drawing your attention up to your third eye, the space between your eyes, around your forehead. Perhaps moving your eyes to look in that direction. We call forth the highest aspect of self that wishes to step forward into this space. You may feel this as an energy, as a feeling, hear it as a word, an emotion. You may even see in your third eye a version of yourself. We ask this higher self aspect to overlay now into the present moment. Merging with your physical body here in the now. Allowing soul wisdom to integrate Just taking some time here to feel what this feels like for you. We ask this higher self-consciousness to drop down, meeting us here in our dimensional plane that we exist in, 5D, 4D, 3D. Drop down this wisdom, merge it here, so that we may know our highest truth of who we are. So that moving forward, we make choices from this space. Just taking a moment here to connect with this higher self energy you've called through. Asking her, what is it that you need to know in this moment? And taking this, holding it in your heart, and allowing that heart to remain open for any other wisdom that may drop through within this temple space. I ask that from this field we connect in, we remove any energies of lack, fear, scarcity, unworthiness, sister wounding, may this all vibrate out of the space, removing anything that is not here, that does not serve us anymore. If there is anything else that you would like to set an intention to release, doing so now. And if there is anything that you would like to call in during this call, setting that intention here into this space as well. Reconnecting with this heart space. This higher self energy that has been called in here for you. Feel into your energy field, however this may feel for you. And just allow this to expand outward, beyond your body, into the room. You can use your imagination. You may see this happening. And we declare here that we move forward in our sovereign state of power. We move with radical responsibility. As the goddesses we are, across this lifetime, past lifetimes, future lifetimes. Knowing that with every move we make, we send ripples out, changing the vibration of the planet. Becoming a vessel of love. And being all that we are meant to be. Just dropping your energy back down, grounding it here into the space. Breathing. Taking a few deep breaths in and out. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Return to the space. How are you feeling? Feel free to drop maybe like 2 or 3 words into the chat around just like what that activated for you, what you felt through that. We had some new temple priestesses join us while we were in the middle there. So I will be sending out a replay to anyone who missed that and you want to revisit that energy, or you came in halfway through. So feeling bright rainbow dancey vibes, and Susie also had to get up and dance, feeling grounded and open. That's so interesting. A couple of you danced and like you both put that into the chat at the same time. I love that. Because they're quite like mellow tracks to dance to, but yeah, it feels like really beautiful. Karen activated my heart chakra. I felt so much love and there was purple light coming through. So interesting, Karen. Purple light's been coming through really strongly for me over the last couple of days, and it's not really a light that like is a dominant one for me, like a deep, like royal purple kind of color. So yeah, interesting that you connected with that as well. So, okay, so now we're all connected in, we're like connected to this higher self aspect of ourselves, so we can just like move through this call just like so aligned in the best way possible. I want to share with you how just a little bit of how I came to do this call. So basically, this is all very last minute. I think it dropped through about 3 days ago that I wanted to do this. Actually, I'm just going to look, I'm looking at your faces. I'm going to look in the move you over here. And I'm like, gosh, there's just like, I'm so excited about all this stuff that I have to share with everyone. And I just want to share it all at once. And I also recognize that sharing things all at once can be like quite overwhelming and confusing. So, you know, I'm thinking, well, I have seen some people do some sales calls before where it's you just jump on and like share everything that's coming through. Well, I could do that, but like, how do we make it such a vibe and so empowering that like it really actually doesn't matter if like none of the offers are for you, you still receive something anyway. So my goal, my intention in this call is that everybody receives something. So I feel there's probably a few main reasons why people have felt called into Offer Temple. It might be that you've been feeling that you want to work with me and you're like, I've got a sense that something is coming up and I want to find out about it. It might also be that, like me, you've never seen anyone do anything like this before. So you're like, wonder what this is. I just want to check it out to see how Jess does this. So we'll both find out by the end of this how I do this, because it's my first time. And the other reason why you might be here is just simply for like to be in a space, just to be in the space and like this kind of energy and just to like soak up the vibes. It might be all of the above. So some of you have popped into the chat already what has drawn you in. So if you haven't already, I'd actually be really curious to know which of these reasons, if any, have drawn you in. But I just want to lay it out there on the table that my highest intention here is really for everyone to walk away having connected into this experience so that it really does change if it needs to change, because maybe you're already doing this already, but it changes the way that you view and approach other people's offers and also my own. Making sure that every time you see something amazing put out there, because so many people are putting out amazing things right now, that you are truly feeling into this higher self aspect of you. And like, how does she move forward? What does she tell you about what is meant for you? So no more like, I mean, I've been feeling FOMO so hardcore over the past couple of days, seeing like awesome things coming out. So like, I'm feeling FOMO and I have to sit there and be like, wait, Jess, like, you know, some things are awesome, but like what is actually meant for you on your highest path, and trusting what comes through. So I want you to use this opportunity to really actually do that. Like, as I'm sharing my offers, I'm so excited to show you, but I want you to feel into what is right for you. Because the truth is, any healer, coach, mentor, they only, a really good one is only going to want you in the space if it's really aligned for you. Otherwise, it's a mismatch for everyone. Like, it's just like, we want it to be win-win-win all around. So yeah, any questions before I jump into some of the stuff that's coming up? Everyone's looking pretty good. All right. So what I'm going to do, so some of you would have seen on Instagram, I did say, if possible, be on your laptop. The reason why is because I'm as we go, I'm going to drop links like straight into the chat for certain offers, ones where you can sign up now, or ones where you can put yourself on a wait list, so that you've just got direct links, because a lot of this stuff is like not on my website yet. I haven't shared it with anyone yet. So you'll actually be, this is the only place you can get the link right now until I share it elsewhere. So this is why I'm excited, because you guys are the first ones hearing about it. Something else to keep in mind is that recently, a recent shift for me has been to shift over my pricing into US dollars. So a lot of you would know that previously it was in Australian. So everything except for one offer, which I will point out which one it is, everything is now in US dollars. So just like keep that in mind. Okay, are we ready? Okay, cool. So the first thing that is coming up is Soul Sit. Now, some of you would have heard me speaking about this a little bit. I have been sharing about this one. I'm going to drop the link right now. So I don't forget. Okay, so that's Soul Sit. So Soul Sit is a term I coined for something that I do pretty much for every offering that I put out there. And it's a practice of really tuning into the astral realm, or really higher as well sometimes, to come into a space with my soulmate clients and sit with them, just literally sit and be in each other's energy before they actually even ever sign up to something. Funny enough, I didn't do it for this because I just this was so last minute that I didn't do it. But I do this for most of my offers now. And so it's something that I want to show everyone and take everyone through an actual soul sit in this call. So soul sit is going to be an energetic mastery class, a little bit ceremonial too, where we sit and I'll guide you in the way that I do this, and you will learn this technique. You will actually sit with your soulmate clients, but proper soulmate clients, like true soul family. Not soulmate clients like when people say, oh, my ideal client would be this, like they would be a soulmate client, like actual soul family clients that you have a soul contract to work with, that you in this lifetime have pre-arranged with each other, that you will come into each other's lives to activate or bring through some soul memory or help each other in ascension. Because ultimately, when you do have a client and you're doing this kind of work, which I'm speaking to everyone as if you're all like healers and goddesses and like shamans and stuff like that. You might not be yet, but I imagine a lot of you will be doing this stuff if you've managed to find yourself in Offer Temple. You will be eventually. When we do this kind of work, it really is an important pivotal point in people's lives, and it is quite often a soul family relationship. And that's why people come to me and they're like, I feel like I know you, I don't know why I need to work with you, but I do. Some of you here have had that experience with me where you're like, I don't know why, I just need to work with Jess, and then we find out along the way what the reasoning is for it. So I'm really excited about I'm really excited about Soul Sit, because you can take this class, you'll actually be sitting in the astral with your soulmate clients, so you will actually be doing the practice in the call, but then you will be able to use this in your work, like ongoing. And you'll probably find a way that is your way of doing a soul sit. But I'm going to show you my way so that like it connects you in with this practice. And one of the best things about this practice is that it really eliminates a lot of mismatched clients from the field, because you really tune in to who is meant to work with you, and it drops down the soul connection, soul to soul connection, from sitting in a really high place where we like don't really remember it, that amnesia is there, and it drops it down into our field here where we can consciously remember it a little bit better. And so when these soulmate clients come into your field, they're like, and there's a little bit less resistance to actually like jumping in and doing the work of whatever it is that you were meant to do with each other. So Soul Sit at the moment is on pre-sale price of 111. It will be 222, and it will go up to 222 sometime before we begin. Soul Sit will be happening on the 10th of September. So 10th of September is also Pisces full moon. So deeply intuitive time that this is going to land on. So it's like I purposely put it on this full moon so that we can use the energy of the moon to amplify the whole experience. So if you're feeling into Soul Sit, that's what's coming up first. And very closely after that is Make It Rain. Make It Rain is something I haven't actually spoken about. I don't think. Maybe I have. I don't think I have. I've been speaking about it with some people, some of you here, but like behind the scenes, I haven't actually put this out there yet. So Make It Rain is going to happen probably like the week following Soul Sit. And the reason why is because when I tune into these two offerings, their energies work together, but they also work separately. So I feel to keep them separate so that if people don't want both, they have the option. But actually, I feel Soul Sit is like this beautiful white light energy, like a heavenly, like white realm energy of connecting soul to soul. And Make It Rain has this golden frequency, this abundance coding frequency. So there are these two beautiful spheres that I see. And then there's like an infinity symbol that connects the two of them together. So when they come together, they do amplify one another. So what is Make It Rain? Make It Rain is going to be a 5-day program where we go into abundance coding. Essentially, this is going to be like frequency of infinite wealth. I'm going to let someone in. Now, I've had this offer showed itself to me probably like a couple of months ago, I'd say, but very recently, in the last week, I had a very big download from Spirit where I was given codes that I was told are going to be in this program. So some of you who were in Art of Holding Space recently, which is now a self-led program, I'm not going to speak about Art of Holding Space, but some of you were in it. And there was this golden frequency coming through there. So it's kind of similar to what we worked with there, but the codes that have dropped through recently are new in some way. And I feel their energy coming through here. Like Make It Rain is specifically going to have people in it who carry priestess energy. Like this is what I was told. If you feel like you are meant to be in Make It Rain, and you don't feel like you're a priestess, Spirit has told me otherwise. Like I've been told that everyone who comes in to Make It Rain has these, there's going to be like a previous lifetime soul memory coming through this in a way that has surprised me, definitely delighted me. I'm really excited about it. I'm going to drop the link here for Make It Rain. Paste. So Make It Rain, it's going to be 888. Pre-sale is at 144 at the moment. Like, I just really wanted to make this like a really good price for you guys for the early opt-in. So it is going to go up to 888. And it's going to be one of my big intentions with Make It Rain is that this is not an abundance program where it's like, yay, we come in and we do like some energy work and then we feel like we're going to be so abundant and like things are going to come in, and then like 2 days later we've lost it, we haven't been able to hold it. This is not that. We are going to make sure that this is integrated within the program. You're not going to go away and integrate afterwards, although we do integrate in our own time. But the coding that happens is like really padded with a lot of holding of this energy, trying to explain energy, and it's like not coming through in the way I want it to come through. I want to say Make It Rain has like a really solid energy about it. Yeah, for something that's just a 5-day program, it feels really solid. And something I'll also let you know while we're here is that as I was given these codes and being told that they were going to come through for Make It Rain, I was also told there will be 5 calls, but I don't know what's happening in the 5th call. So I was told to just leave this 5th call because Spirit will tell me while we're in the middle of the program. So there's some kind of surprise in this that I don't even really know what it is yet. So quite a bit of mystery, which is the way of the mystic, of the priestess. So makes sense. So these are both coming up in September. We're in September now, so these are not all that far away. Now, what's coming up after that, around mid to late October, some of this is, I have not mentioned this to anyone for sure, but you may have heard this name before, Matrix to Mystic, because this is a program that I ran earlier in the year. And there are women on the call here who were in Matrix to Mystic. Now, what's coming through is going to be a mini Matrix to Mystic. So Matrix to Mystic, what is it? What it is a group mentorship. A little, and like probably it might be accurate to say like coaching was in there as well. I feel like there's like a slight difference between mentorship and coaching, and what it ended up being was like it was a mentorship coaching group container. But what's coming through now, its new iteration, is going to be a mini Matrix to Mystic. So there are going to be, let me tell you the 5 portals that are inside. Actually, I can't because my phone died. So there's 5 portals. So over 5 weeks, we'll move through, let me get my memory out. An initiation portal, love portal, power portal. There's one I'm forgetting. And then an activation portal. Now, Matrix to Mystic is for the woman who knows she's moving into this more spiritual, mystic way of living. Like, you know it, you feel it, but you're kind of like not quite sure what to do with all this stuff. And maybe there isn't like a huge amount of women in your world just yet. Like, you're just starting to pull the people in who you feel connect with you on this level. It's for the woman who's like kind of compartmentalized, like maybe the way that you connect with this spiritual side of yourself is hidden a little bit in the spiritual closet, and then you go to work and you're a different person, or you go with your to your family and you're a different person, and you've packed this part of you away and you're ready to like integrate it into everything. It's like literally taking Matrix to Mystic will take your hand from like over that threshold and walk you out of the old Matrix paradigm and into your mystic nature. That's what Matrix to Mystic is. So this will be a 5-week mini program. So before it was 16 weeks. And so like, this is going to be like just like bursting, bursting. I do feel as well some of the energy around it is going to come through and make it quite different. So I'm not actually going to speak too much into what it was last time, because it's going to be different this time, like it just will, because it always is when there's different people involved. But I even actually just before this call was feeling into it and was like, potentially because the energy does feel different, like an evolution of the previous matrix to mystic, there might be some mystics who were in the last round who want to jump into the mini one again, purely for the different codes that might be coming through, mostly for that is what I'm feeling. So this matrix to mystic will begin mid to late October and then move into November. And what I'm doing with matrix to mystic, and I'm going to drop in 2 links here. So I've got matrix to mystic is going to be 2222. That's what it's going to be. At the moment, it's 1444 to come in. Now, I understand these prices are higher. I don't as yet have payment plan links for you. So these are links just for the full amount. There will probably be some payment plan options that come through, but it hasn't like dropped in for me yet to like make these available just yet. So if that is something that you're interested in, DM me and let me know, or even like put it here in the chat, just be like, yeah, like I'd actually be interested in a payment plan, because I do want to make sure like it's accessible still and like manageable. So the link I've just dropped in is for mini matrix to mystic at 1444. If you wanted to, there is a VIP upgrade option, which I'm going to drop that link in. I'm looking at the time, I'm talking too much. Okay, so the VIP option is if you wanted to upgrade to have 2 private sessions with me at the beginning and then also towards the end of Matrix to Mystic, because this is what we did on the first Matrix to Mystic round. With the mini Matrix to Mystic, that is not part of it anymore. But if you do want that and you want to enhance it all, then that option is there for you. So mini matrix to mystic with the VIP upgrade is 1888. So at the moment it's still actually cheaper than what the regular is going to be eventually. I can't tell you when I feel I'm going to put the prices up on that yet. I don't know. I'm just like telling you everything I know as I know it, basically. So while we're speaking about mini matrix to mystic and that VIP option with the private sessions, something that has changed. So my clients who have been with me for like the last several years that I've been in business will know that my prices have changed over time. And recently they've gone through like quite a jump. So my one-on-one sessions for quantum healing, energy healing, and mentorship, you can put them into like a one-time session, but generally mentorship is better done in a bigger, longer container. But those sessions are 777. So just to put that into context, with the VIP upgrade on mini matrix to mystic, you're paying 444 extra to get 2 of those sessions. So it's a good deal. Okay, so now I have literally just decided to do this in the last 2 hours. There's going to be an online sister circle happening. I have been running sister circles here in Perth and I love them so much. And it seems like our next round of the in-person sister circles, which I will speak about in a sec, they're going to start a little bit later than what I would have originally liked. Just like, it's just a booking thing with the location, right? So what I actually feel is like, we'll do a sister circle online, because there's so many of you who come to me and like, I would love to be at a sister circle, but I'm not in Perth. So for those of you, Perth or otherwise, if you would like to come to a sister circle, I'm going to be holding an online one on the 14th of September. So that's a Wednesday. So it'll be in the evening, 6:30 p.m. Perth time. So just depending on where you are, just adjust that. It'll be 90 minutes. We're going to come together and just, I mean, a lot of the vibes that you felt at the beginning of this call is what Sister Circle feels like. And less of me just talking at you and a lot more just connecting with each other. But let me pop that in there. So if anyone feels you want to come to Sister Circle, for you guys, it's $22 to come to Sister Circle, and it will go up to 33, but for you guys it's 22. There is going to be a cap on how many. Quite a few of these programs, actually, there might be a cap, because I want to make sure that I'm holding energy in a way that is in integrity and serves you. So yeah, there will be a cap on how many people. Now, for those of you who are Perth sisters and you've been like wondering about when the next Sister Circle round starts, it is going to start, but it's just going to start a little bit later than what I originally thought. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop in here so many links, the waitlist. So here's the link for the waitlist if you're feeling like you want to come to the next round. The reason why you want to be on this is because we've done a few containers, not a few, containers of the Sister Circles so far. And every time we do these, the sisters who are already in circle obviously get priority to roll over and come in again. But there's usually room for new sisters to come in. And so I always open up those spaces to people who've specifically registered their interest on a wait list for them. So I think maybe last time, I'm not even sure if I ended up sharing it on, Instagram and email outside of the wait list, because it ended up filling up just from that. So it is a good idea to be on there. And that will be beginning, you'll hear from me very soon on when that opens up, but it will be mid to late September, I believe. Now, the last thing I want to share about, this is something I don't have heaps I can share with you yet, but there are retreats and pilgrimages coming up. So I actually have a question for everyone here. I'm going to pop the question in the chat. The question is, where in the world are you feeling called to anchor your light? The reason why I'm asking this is because there are a few locations around the world that I'm feeling personally drawn to. And I know that some other women are drawn to them as well. And so I'm just interested, us as a collective, who's feeling what and where. And yeah, just would be interested to see the locations that come through. And you might actually not be feeling anywhere. You might be like, no, I feel like I'm supposed to be like staying home. Like I feel like I'm supposed to be staying put. Maybe like some things like close to where I live and stuff like that. Egypt. So I'm definitely feeling Egypt as well. And Paris is on there. Paris, I've never been. Bali is another one and more Egypt in India. Yeah. Vibes. So Bali is one that has been on the radar, but I feel like it's kind of like gotten pushed back a little bit because some other locations have kind of like their energy has become a little bit more, I don't want to say forceful, but like just a little bit more obvious, like in terms of where these retreats and pilgrimages are supposed to take place. But I'm definitely feeling, personally, Egypt, Bali, Thailand. And for those feeling India, so Susie, who's on here, Susie Hempstead, who's on here, I think Susie has something coming up for you in India. You're feeling India. So I just wanted to pop those on your radar, because this is everything that at this moment I feel I'm placing down on the table, on like this feast of a table of offerings. And from your higher self place, I want you to feel into like what feels so delicious to eat, really. Because you're not going to want to eat the whole table. You might, but I just want to please check with yourself if that's like the best thing for you. It's like sometimes we think we want to pig out, but it's actually not the best thing for us. Alternatively, if we know that it works for our energy, we might be like, yes, I want that whole table, and then I'm going to, you know, take my time with it, you know, over whatever this stretch of time is. So this is why I'm giving you everything on this call, so that you can see it all in front of you and just like make decisions for you from this place. Nothing hidden. This is everything that I know that is coming through me at the moment. So it's not going to be like, I'm only going to tell you about this one thing, and then so you get really excited about that, knowing full well that there's something else coming. And I don't want to share that with you yet, but do you know what I mean? Some people do that, and it's just not the vibe that I'm in right now to do that just with you. I want you to know everything that is in my field over the next 6 months or so. So now I'm just going to pop another little thing here into the chat. So I want you to feel in to 2 questions. Come up with 2 questions that you feel you would really love answered around any of these offers, or even just like the process of feeling into something that is aligned for you. It doesn't have to be about these offers. It can be, you know, referring back to the beginning when we did our activation. Would just love to bring in a little bit of discussion before we close, just to see how everyone's feeling and answer any unanswered questions so far. Oh, I haven't put it into the, hang on. I might grab us some thinking music. Let's see. I don't know about the purple light, Karen. I'm not sure, because I've just been noticing it, but I haven't like felt anything come through as like a strong meaning for why it's coming through, or like a strong connection to any particular energies. And I've just kind of noticed it and observed it and been like, oh, that's interesting, and then carried on. Maybe did you get a feeling? Like if you got a sense around it, pop it into the chat. No, you didn't either. Yeah, it just felt more like, yeah, just like a color vibration coming through that was like obviously in service in that moment. Vicky. So Vicky's asked, make it rain. Is it 5 days consecutively? And do you need to be present on the live calls? So yes, I'm feeling it's going to be 5 days consecutively. You don't have to be present on the live calls, definitely not. There will be replays for everything. Turn down our thinking music a little. It obviously is always really amazing if you're on the live calls, because you get to engage, you get to like be there and ask the questions you want to ask right in real time and all of that. But it won't affect the energy that's coming through for you at all, because energy just doesn't work like that. What I will say is there's just some dates that I'm feeling into around when it might potentially start, and none of them have like really locked in for me yet. There are already women in Make It Rain, like they've somehow managed to get themselves in there, even though I've like not shared this on Instagram yet. But what I'm feeling is that when a few more come in, I will know, because it's going to be a bit of a group consensus of the dates and the times so that we can make it work the best for everyone. Generally, the times that work the best for everyone, because you're in Perth, would be like 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the evening, because that works pretty good, like UK and America and Australia. That's generally where things end up. So you would hopefully be able to attend live, and I'll try and give you as much notice as possible on the times and everything. M2M, how many calls, and is there a Voxer chat? So Susie was in M2M. We had Voxer in the original one. If you don't know what Voxer is, it's a group messaging app, a little bit like Messenger, but like way better, because it's just got extra functions that make it really, really good for a group container like this. I don't actually feel, no, hang on, this isn't true. I was feeling into this earlier. Voxer chat. What it's going to depend on, to be honest, I'm not sure if there's going to be a Voxer chat, because it's going to depend on how many women come in. If there's a lot, I might not add it on as an extra. But if there's like a manageable amount and it feels good to be in a Voxer chat, I will add it on. And like a Voxer, as you know, is like a high value add-on. So people charge just for Voxer, but I will add it on for extra for free if the numbers make sense. If someone goes into the VIP option though, there's going to be Voxer chat with that. So that's a good, if you're making a decision between like, do I want to do just the regular mini matrix to mystic, or do I want to do the VIP option, and you really want that personal connection, like for sure, then there will be Voxer chat for you, like a personal one-on-one that we can go into. And then the group one is the one that like I'm not sure yet. Hopefully that answers your question, Susie. Karen has asked, oh, not a question. Okay, this is not really a question, but I felt really called to go to Thailand with Susie, but it wasn't the right time. If either of you do a pilgrimage there, I'm definitely in. I would say definitely keep your eyes peeled. And I felt the Voxer chat definitely made Matrix to Mystic. It brought so much wisdom through. Yeah. Where I can do Voxer in a group program, I will do Voxer. Actually, something I forgot to mention is I'm going to do Voxer for Make It Rain, which I'm really excited about, because it's just going to be like this power packed. I can feel the energy of it. It's already going to be like this power packed program anyway over 5 days. And then to have a Voxer chat on top of that, I actually feel, because of what I've been shown with the soul connections and with this priestess energy coming through there, I feel many of the people who come in to make it rain have specific soul connections with each other. It's like a reunion for priestesses. That's what I feel it to be. And I've sat with this energy quite a few times to just check, because I'm like, this is so good. Am I just like making it up because I want it to be this good? But I just keep getting confirmation. It's definitely just priestess energy. So yeah. Oh, I can say, all right. So Susie has given me the go ahead. So at this stage, it looks like we're going to have a retreat in Thailand in February. So Susie and I will be holding this together. It feels, I mean, so much can change in that time, but it does feel like more of a, it's like a hybrid retreat pilgrimage is what I want to say. It's not quite like what we did in Greece, but it is more than just a retreat where you go to relax. There's going to be some like collective work that we do there as well when we come together to like really bring an anchor in light. So, but of course, when we do work for the collective, we receive so much, like so much. So I'm very excited about it. Oh my God. Because I felt the same, Karen. I was like, oh, I really want to be in Thailand, but it's just like I was getting a no from spirit, like, no, you're not supposed to go yet. And so I am kind of being placated by spirit for the fact that I will be there just a little bit later. Yeah. Okay, so we've gone a little bit over it and I'm conscious of time. Thank you everyone for being here. I've never done anything like this before. It's a bit of a mishmash of energies. I'm going to make myself available for like the next hour. If there's anything you want to speak about just personally, one-to-one, find me on Instagram. I think most of you know where to find me there. It's probably how you found me and how you found out about this. But just come through in DM, and just if there's anything you want to specifically ask about for your specific circumstances, maybe like payment plans, timing of things, or just even if you want to speak about what you're personally moving through at the moment. And if you're feeling a couple of things and you're not sure which, I'm happy to feel in for you, like soul level, and just see what comes through about where you're being guided. And I'm quite honest as well. I will tell people when, unfortunately, sometimes spirit tells us if something's not meant for us. I have knocked back people. I've been known to do it on spirit's orders. So I will be honest about what comes through. I'm just reading a little message here from Amanda. Thank you so much, love. It's really lovely to be on this call and see everyone's faces. Thank you for being here. Happy to hear your feedback as well. And if like this was useful in any way. Let's actually just close the container. So just want everyone to close down the eyes. Just place a hand on your heart. And what's coming through? Okay, I'm just going to pass on a little message here before we close. There's just a message coming through around abundance and all of its forms, and creativity being a form of abundance. And that there is infinite creation And when we think that there's so much, there's going to be even more beyond that. So whatever that means for you, just passing that one on. And we thank ourselves for coming into this space, gifting ourselves this time to just let this unfold and see what was going to occur. And we thank Source for holding us, Mother Gaia for holding us, all of our guides, all the multidimensional realms. And we acknowledge our wholeness, all aspects of ourselves, all aspects of you who came here into this space. And thank you to this higher self version of you who came through to help you with discernment, with seeing the path ahead, with trusting the nudges from spirit, with knowing your yeses from your nos. And we take anything that was received here for our highest good, walk forward with it. And we allow anything that is not meant for us anymore to stay in the space. May it be transmuted into light. And so it is. Thank you so much, ladies. I'm going to play a song. If anyone wants to have a boogie on the way out, if you feel like you just want to leave, then leave. But I'm going to just play this so we can just like dance on out. And then you can enjoy the rest of your evening. Okay. Just receive these words. Same song in, same song out.
To her loving, compassionate kindness, and she is courageous, taking the leap into the unknown, never ceasing to amaze us, feeling the moon phases, feeling all the